So, it's been a little less than a year since the release of Trials Fusion. It had a pretty shaky launch, I know, but all has settled down for the most part. In that past year, Red Links has implemented a number of updates, and I'm going to review them in my last look at the latest Trials game. Welcome to part 2 of my review for Trials Fusion. Going from right to left on the menu, we reach the first major update I'll be looking at, Trials Fusion Teams. This mode simply allows a player to join a group of their interests and have it displayed online. These teams can compete within themselves and against other teams based on points earned from the game. It's a neat update that allows for fans of whatever else to be united under a game we all enjoy. Next on my list is an update that everyone expected to be in the game from launch, online multiplayer. We did have to wait close to a year for this, and some people did get angry, but I felt the game still worked well with what it had. Anyway, for online play, matchmaking doesn't take very long, and you can even have up to 8 players racing simultaneously. This can make for some really intense racing with so many other riders. Unfortunately, it isn't without its downsides though. Sadly, there is no mode to 1v1 with someone's ghost, like an Evolution, and the large player count really lacks the number of tracks you can race on, unless the user-created ones can be implemented. And I highly think that is the case due to the fact that I downloaded a track with 8 bike slots on it. During an online match, there have been a few points where I even experienced lag. Although it didn't affect me, it did have an effect on accurately showing where the other 7 riders were on the track. So, online multiplayer has 8 players, some lag, and no 1v1. Kind of a disappointment to me, even if they do fix the lag. Now I'm going to move on to something I forgot in my first review, which is offline multiplayer. Sorry about that. It's very fun. More fun than online, and even more fun than Evolution Online. And that's really it. The only thing is I wish you could compete in skill games offline, but it's still loads of fun versing a friend right next to you while you're trying to screw each other over. The third update is tournaments. These tournaments, like in the previous game, takes a certain theme of different difficulties and puts them all together in a continuous string of tracks. Fusion has changed this up a bit by giving the player XP rewards based on what percentage group of other players they fall into. I really give this approach kudos because it gives you the feeling of being good while still giving you the choice to go for a higher placement. I do realize right there that it shows only 3 tournaments, but they do change up after a time, so there is some variety to it. Fourth update, they've added Supercross tracks to Track Central. Cool. The fifth update, and definitely my favorite at that, is the rider cam. During replays you can switch to a follow cam or a free cam. Follow cam locks to the rider and allows the player to move the camera all around him. Free cam is freely being able to move the camera anywhere, not being locked to any point or axis whatsoever. This mode is great for recording footage and taking screenshots in a pro-like camera. Such an update can even be great for YouTube videos, just to show off or to even make a cool image. Now, 2 things that I really wish they updated, but they still haven't done it. The first thing is being able to change the gender of your rider. Just make it a little more open to all genders out there, and the ability to customize the color of each individual part of your bike like Evolution had. Those are 2 updates that I'm really surprised they're not in the game because I really think they're quite necessary for the continual evolution of these games. Last thing I'll look at is the DLC, and I'll keep it short. All the tracks that you pay for are pretty good and well designed with some fun skill games as well. The bottom line is, if you're new to Trials, I would suggest waiting for all the DLC to be released to make the choice. For the fans like me, just get the season pass, it's worth it. It's all great fun, and plus each DLC pack has more tracks in it than a single one section or world of tracks in the original game. Fire in the Deep is pretty cool, by the way. Overall, it's nice to have these updates, but they still don't hold the game up as my definition of next generation. Regardless of if they should have been in the game or not, you know the publishers these days, just leave it to Ubisoft to always force out unfinished games. I feel all around mixed, and such does not make me feel the need to rescore my full review. You should probably watch it, no, you need to watch my first review of Trials Fusion by clicking on the annotation here. There you'll get the full overview and rating I give for it. I mean, you don't have to, but it certainly gives a lot more context to the game. That's all I got, and please be sure to like both parts of my review if you enjoyed, because it does really help me out. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.